Conference Commission meeting, April 18th, 2024. And I'd also like to, if you didn't notice, we have some special guests. And it's not Ben Reynolds, city councilman, is here today. So, but he's here for a reason, and it's because of our real special guest. And this is Mrs. Joyce's class, third graders from St. Dominic's Catholic School, and they will be doing the Pledge of Allegiance for us this morning. And Ben is here because his daughter Annie is in the class. So if everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance that'll be led by our third graders.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you guys so much for being here with us today.
Good job. Okay, yes.
Let's try it one more time. Let's go for it. Big smile. Thank you.
All right, you guys will single file. Let's get back off the block.
She wants some water.
Thank you.
How are you, Allison? Doing well, thank you.
It says National Child Abuse Month, but then it says animal shelter people. Do you know what the resolution is?
I think that they messed up on that.
I think so too.
It's, we have one for national, I guess it's animal shelter month.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, so that one is about this resolution. This one will be national control.
Yeah. And where is it?
The resolution.
Dina.
Dina has it. All right. We're moving right along. We're not starting without Commissioner Ludgood. She's just not with us today. So we're going to move on. We have a resolution today or actually April the 30th is National Therapy Animal Day. And therapy animals help those young and old with a variety of tasks and provide support and comfort during times of need in honor of National Pet Therapy. We have a resolution. There's no one here to receive that resolution, so we just wanted to make it part of our records. And as we observe the day, April the 30th, I'd like to welcome Fiji and Fiji's handler, Chris McDonough, who is here from the Mobile County District Attorney's Office. And Fiji provides support and comforts to victims who are testifying in court. And we'd like to remind everyone that Fiji is a support and a service animal, and unless Chris McDonough says you can pet Fiji, please don't pet Fiji. So we're going to come up and have some photos, if you don't mind, with you, Chris. And if you have anyone else from the District Attorney's Office with you, they're welcome to join you.
Did you want to tell us a little bit about the program or what?
I'd be happy to.
Okay.
Fiji is a facility dog. He's a type of service dog. Instead of necessarily treating me, he can work with anyone that I ask him to work with. He has the same training as a PTSS service dog, so he has those same skills. And we use him with our victims, witnesses, family members. Because of his special training, by law, he can actually go to court on the witness stand when someone has to testify in trial. And so we use him with any victim that suffered trauma and may have difficulty coming to court and telling their story.
So he's an official member of the District Attorney's Office.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
He's very laid back.
He is. He is.
He doesn't mind crowds.
No.
Does he have a law degree?
He does not. He does not. He has been to prison, though. His organization, his service dog training took place in Mule Creek State Penitentiary in California. He actually spent 18 months there living with an inmate, and that's how, where he received his service dog training.
Did you want to bring up?
Did you have anyone else that wants to come up?
For the
I have no
picture?
idea.
Okay.
It's up to y'all.
All right.
Fiji.
Can I touch him?
I need to let him earn it.
He's got to earn it. How does he earn it? Hard not to pet. Good boy.
Just give him a little space. I'll have him sit between your feet.
Okay, okay.
This is how we introduce him to people.
Sure.
Fiji, stand.
I know there's a process doing it.
Fiji, between. So he always does left foot, right foot.
Okay. Lick at her feet. Now I can.
Now you can pay. So the theory there is when we're introducing him to strangers, this puts all the pointy bits away from the person, so we don't always know how receptive they are to working with a canine. So this kind of helps diffuse the situation.
Okay, you're very good.
Fiji.
Well trained. Thank
Fiji.
you.
Leash. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to see you too.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
being
so
here
much.
today
We
and
really
bringing
appreciate
Fiji.
it. Sure.
We
Come on,
enjoyed
Bob.
that. We have that other one. We do. Yeah.
And we have one other resolution also today, in the same spirit of Fiji. Today is also National Animal Control Officers Week, and we have some of the animal control officers from our animal shelter here today, and we're going to present them with a resolution. Morgan, if you would, you can come up and introduce your team that you have with you today. Looks like we have some more puppies coming too.
Always happy to bring puppies. So this is National Animal Care and Control Association Week. That just gives us the opportunity to recognize all of the work that we do out of the shelter. Our primary responsibility initially is to serve the public in a capacity of providing safety, but there's also the care of the animals. Once they come into our facility, we have an obligation to care for them as well. So seeing that both of those are just as important is why they recognize both animal care and control for what we do. And so I'll just take a moment to introduce my staff that I have. Starting on this end, we have our soon-to-be retiring Animal Control Dispatcher, Richard Ireland, Animal Control Officer 2, Michelle McMillan, Animal Control Officer 2, Rebecca Lee. Then we have our vet tech, Tom, our new ARS over shelter operations, Heather, and our kennel technician 2, Donnell. And special guests we brought with us today are Smolder and Cream. They will be available for adoption tomorrow. For those of you that don't know, we do offer animals up for adoption Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Monday through Friday, and then till 2 p.m. on Saturday. So if you're looking to add an animal to into your home, please give us a thought when looking to make that addition to your home.
We have a proclamation this morning in observance of Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week, and for the hard work that you all do. I know it's a tough job sometimes to balance the welfare of animals and the community alike, and so we just want you to know how very much we appreciate you. And I wanted to acknowledge your work today in this proclamation. It reads, whereas the Mobile County Commission is proud to recognize and honor the invaluable contributions of our dedicated animal control officers, this week we celebrate Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week. We acknowledge the bravery, compassion, and unwavering commitment of these frontline heroes who work tirelessly to protect the welfare of both animals and our community. And whereas we thank and commend the animal control officers and animal services staff of the Mobile County Animal Control for the dedicated service they provide to the residents, public safety, and domestic animals and livestock across our county. And whereas every day animal control officers and animal control technicians put themselves in potentially dangerous situations to protect the health and welfare of all kinds of animals and the public. And whereas we recognize and commend the Mobile County Animal Control personnel who answer calls for assistance, capture roaming and potentially dangerous animals, rescue animals, investigate reports of animal abuse, educate pet owners about responsible care, and mediate disputes between neighbors regarding pets, which I know is sometimes very tough. Now, therefore, let it be resolved, the Mobile County Commission proclaims the week of April 14th through 20th, 2024 as Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week in Mobile County, Alabama. We invite members of the community to join us in celebrating Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week and show our appreciation for the hardworking men and women who protect and serve our community's animals. Together, let's recognize their contributions and honor their dedication to making our community a safer and more compassionate place for all. It was signed by all 3 county commissioners and our county administrator, Eddie Kern. Let's give them a round of applause. Great job, everybody. And I know that there's somebody in this room that wants Smolder or Cream, right? They're very laid back, too. Let's get a picture. This has been a fun meeting.
Yeah, we still got some more to go. Thank you guys so much again. You know, that is a tireless job, and the folks that work out at the animal shelter, and particularly the animal control officers that work for the county, it's not just a job for them. If you've ever been out on a call with them and see how passionate they are about their job, and back at the shelter, how much they actually really care about the animals that are in our shelter. So anytime you see these guys, I know we're doing an appreciation week, but we really do appreciate you guys year round, because we know that is a tough job that you guys have out there. All right, so we have also April is Records and Information Management Month, and Miss Edith Gray will be doing a brief presentation on records and information management at the Mobile County Commission. Thank you, Edith.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, commissioners, ladies and gentlemen. So as he said, this month is Records and Information Management Month. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you about our Records and Information Management Department, who we are, and what we do. So Mobile County Administration decided in January 2022 to round up the following into a new cutting-edge, first-of-its-kind department. The acquisition, management, and organization of records and information, which includes archiving, correspondence, and dissemination of information, citizen inquiries and document delivery, and some sub-departments and employees who do not fit their current department's primary function, what we call the outliers. So records and information management is not the same as information technology, even though the two departments work closely together. There's kind of some, what we do and what they do. Okay. You could, next one, okay. So records and information managed department, it consists of the records department, the mail room, the information center, or what we call the communications center now, and indigent burials. We have 11 employees, there's 3 departments, and we have 3 web-based software programs under us. So the records department is responsible for the agenda, minutes, liquor licenses, and so forth. Okay, next. Mailroom, they're responsible for picking up and distributing outgoing, incoming, and interdepartmental mail, updating the mailroom policies and procedures. And our information center or communication center is responsible for the reception duties for the 8th and 10th floors, information booth. They prepare the weekly Mobile Government Plaza calendar. They will be over the C-Click Fix app as soon as we go live with that, and they handle phone calls from the public. And we also have the indigent burials under us, so we process indigent burial applications for the cremation or burial of the county's indigent. This is our organization chart. You might not be able to see it clearly from here, but I'm the records and information manager, and I answer to the county administrator and the deputy administrator. And then we have the records department, which is led by Carrie Pereira as the recording secretary, and under her are LaShonda Franklin over here, the assistant recording secretary, and Laquita Freeman, our secretary 3. And then there's the mailroom. Keith Burns is the mailroom operations supervisor, and he has 2 mail clerks, Joni Williams and Pam Crow. And the third department is, like I said, what we dub the communications center, and employees in that department are Donald Hicks, our communications center specialist 2, Queen Gregory, communications center specialist 1, and Corinne Duncan, the front desk receptionist on the 8th floor. Barbara Smith is our secretary too, and she helps assist the other departments handling contracts, correspondence, special projects, and serves as relief for the 2 floors, and is being trained to take over the indigent burial program. Okay. So the relationship between data and records continues to grow and evolve, and so the administration is very excited about this new department. RIM is one of the fastest growing areas, both in the public and private sector. And so when we presented the personnel board with this new idea, they said, and this is quote, "We are ahead of our time with this revolutionary idea." So I'm excited about the future of Records and Information Management Department. We are still evolving and coming together. We're about to go live with the C-Click Fix Citizen Engagement app and website, and we're currently streamlining some processes. I have a lot of great ideas I'd like to implement, and my vision for the RIM of Mobile County is to be a beacon to the other 66 counties in Alabama as well as the Southeast. So Commissioners, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Edith.
Thank you, Edith. Yeah. You mentioned Donald Hicks. I don't know if Donald is in the room, but Monday was Donald's birthday, so if you can hear me, Donald, happy birthday. Tuesday, okay. Okay. I can't keep up with my days. I knew it was one day I called to wish him a happy birthday, and he had taken off for his birthday. Can you believe that? All right. So, Kelsey, do we have any speakers?
Yes, we have one speaker signed up, Infirmary Health, Joe Denton, on agenda item number 6.
Okay. Mr. Denton, just state your name and address for the record, please.
Joe Denton, 162 Pleasant Street.
Thank you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Well, Infirmary Health is going to be issuing some debt to do some new projects and also potentially refinancing some of our existing debt. And it is a requirement, an IRS requirement, for us to come forth and request approval from local municipalities like Mobile County to issue those revenue bonds. The repayment of those bonds is solely the responsibility of Infirmary Health, but this is a requirement to come forth and request approval. We did have a public hearing April 3rd, and there were no questions at that hearing, but we did conduct it, and we're here today to request the resolution.
All right, thank you.
So at any point in time when you're issuing these types of bonds, this is a requirement. It's just a statutory requirement for this.
Yes, IRS 147F.
147F, okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the information. Thank you for being here. Any other speakers? Okay. All right, we're going to move on to our interim administrator, which my understanding is that through a vigorous application process, we were unable to find another applicant more qualified than Eddie Kerr. Actually, I think no one actually applied but Eddie. And so I think in the coming weeks, we'll be
Not sure what that says, but
well, we're going to talk to, I see Adam here from the Personnel Board. We're going to see if he can't do a little bit wider search before we take interim off of your title there. So I'm just picking, but I think in the coming weeks, we will have an agenda item naming Eddie as the new county administrator. So congratulations. And you can move on with the agenda now.
very good, thank you. Item 1, approve list of claims. 2, hold public hearings so any citizen of the county shall be given the opportunity to be heard for or against any item related to the statement of revenues, expenditures, and changes in fund balance report. 3, approve application of Shri Raj Sharma for lounge retail liquor license Class 2 for CPAC Liquor on Grand Bay Wilmer Road South. 4, adopt resolution authorizing request to the Mobile County Sheriff's Office to dispose of certain items from fixed assets inventory list, declare as surplus property, and authorize items to be disposed. 5, adopt resolution approving revenue bonds of the Industrial Development Authority of Mobile County pursuant to Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code in an amount not to exceed $500 million to provide financing for the benefit of AMNS Calvert.
Could, John, are you prepared to explain what we're doing here with this?
Commissioners, this is a resolution similar to the matter that the last speaker was here on. This one is for bonds being issued by the Industrial Development Authority. And the resolution is required, as the other one was, for the commission to approve because of the IRS regulations. This is not proposing a debt that the county is to take on, but for the Industrial Development Authority.
It has nothing to do with waiving 11 through 20 years as far as tax waivers?
It does not.
Okay, I just wanted to just make sure. Okay. And does not affect our bonding capacity, just as the other one does not. Same situation. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Item 6, adopt resolution approving the revenue bonds to provide financing for the benefit of Infirmary Health System and its affiliates, Mobile Infirmary Association and Gulf Health Hospitals. The bonds will be issued in the aggregate principal amount of up to $350 million as part of a plan to finance or refinance certain healthcare facilities. 7, approve change order number 1 with C.A. Owens and Associates for detention lock inspection and cleaning for various county facilities. This change order will decrease the contract by $3,537.50, and the new contract total will be in the amount of $92,782.50. 8, approve sponsorship agreement with future leaders working in the amount of $3,000 from District 1 Commission funds for its Amazing Admins Award breakfast. 9, approve appropriation contract with Trinity Garden Falcons Athletics in the amount of $10,000 from District 1 Education funds for operational expenses. 10, approve appropriation contract with the Wolfpack Band Boosters in the amount of $5,464.55 from District 1 Education funds to purchase band equipment for Viger High School. 11, approve sponsorship agreement with Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity in the amount of $2,500 from District 1 Commission funds for its Alabama District Convention. 12, approve appropriation contract with the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the amount of $4,000 from District 1 Education funds to help support awards program for Forest Hill Elementary School. 13, approve appropriation contract with the Dauphin Island Sea Lab Foundation in the amount of $5,000 for its Marine Science Education fundraising event, Cocktails with the Critters. Funds will be divided as follows. 14, approve sponsorship agreement with Legal Services Alabama in the amount of $1,000 from District 1 Commission funds for its Justice, Fairness, and Hope Awards luncheon. 15, approve sponsorship agreement with Dearborn Young Men's Christian Association in the amount of $2,000 from District 1 Education funds for its annual benefit luncheon. 16, Approve appropriation contract with the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the amount of $2,500 from District 1 Education Funds to help support the Army Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps program for Lily B. Williamson High School. 17, approve appropriation contract with J.E. Turner Elementary School Parent-Teacher Organization in the amount of $20,000 from District 2 Education Funds for Phase 2 addition of the playground expansion at J.E. Turner Elementary School. 18, approve amending the 2021 Capital Improvement Plan to create the following project and amend June 13th, 2022 minutes, agenda item number 25, and December 27th, 2022 minutes, agenda item 12, of said project, installation of emergency generator at Africatown Heritage House, District 1 project for $204,000. Also, amending the 2021 Capital Improvement Plan to revise the estimated cost for the project as follows. Renovation of Old Davis Avenue Library, decreasing estimated cost from $160,609.90 to $75,609.96, and transferring $85,000 to the installation of emergency generator at Africatown Heritage House, District 1 project. 19, approve sponsorship agreement with Pearl Haskew Elementary School Parent-Teacher Organization in the amount of $750 from District 3 Education Funds for its Teacher Appreciation Luncheon for Pearl Haskew Elementary School. 20, authorize amendment to the home agreement and declaration of restrictive covenants with Legacy Trail regarding the development of 56 units of senior housing in conjunction with Alabama Housing Finance Authority tax credits, and authorize the president to execute all documents. Commissioners, we're going to pull one item out of order. We're going to bring 34 forward because it is necessary in order to address item 21. So we'll make that rearrange the agenda for Monday to reflect that. So item number 34 is approve authorization by the Director of Finance to obligate $5,030,112 of 2024 capital improvement warrants for the Government Plaza Roof Replacement Project per the provisions of Section 3 of the preliminary resolution adopted in the November 13th, 2023 minutes, agenda item number 9.
Question.
Yes.
This is the upcoming bond issue?
Yes.
Okay, because I know that we are still determining what the line items are for projects on that
Right.
bond issue. So this, I guess there was consensus on that, I'm assuming?
Yes, there was.
Okay.
There was consensus to apply this project to the countywide portion of that bond issuance for 2021 capital improvement plan.
Right, and so,
24.
Excuse me,
capital.
24, yeah.
so when will we sit down and determine the rest of it? We're not, are we gonna get it all on there?
We do need to do that. The bond council is waiting for us to provide those projects so we can insert it into the formal issuance documents so that the investors are aware of what we're putting that money towards. I've asked Eric Lindsley to provide the urgent needs from his department and from the other directors so that we can make those decisions for this particular issuance.
Do we have a timeline when we think we'll have reached a conclusion on those?
I will meet with you today and tell you that. I haven't not received those projects, but I would expect that we really need to have it done in the next 2 weeks, by the next meeting.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking that this particular issue, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, or Eric can correct me if I'm incorrect, but I think there was an issue with going ahead with this one because there was some issue with when the bid was done, and if we didn't do it now, I think there was going to be an issue that the bid was going to expire, and I think that's why we went ahead and, is that correct?
I remember hearing that at one point, but that was a few weeks back, so.
That is the case, and Ozzy is probably here, he can correct me if I'm wrong here, but.
A lot of correcting people if they're wrong at this
Please,
table.
yes.
Correct us if we're wrong, if you don't mind.
No, of course, we were able to get an extension of 30 days from the contractor, and it'll expire on the 26th of this month.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Well, I knew we had requested an extension and it had been received, but, okay, because this is a significant portion of that bond issue.
Yes.
So I'm just, and I know that the needs far outweigh the amount of money that will come out of this bond issue. So I don't, it probably won't take that long to figure this list out. But, yeah, as you say, we need to get it done probably by the next meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ozzy.
So 21, award bid to Team Craft Roofing for roof maintenance or replacement for various county facilities for a total bid in the amount of $7,448,350 will be paid as follows. 22, approve contract amendment number 2 to the Mobile County Park Initiative contract with Stantec Consulting Services to add Task 1C, Lewis Landing Construction Support and Oversight. 23, approve no-cost grant agreement for City of Chickasaw Sewer Rehabilitation Project to extend the period of performance to July 31st, 2026. 24, consider taking the following action on bids. 25, approve service agreement with Orkin Pest Control in the amount of $10,545 for the Subterranean and Formosan Termite Program. 26, approve renewal of services agreement with Knox Pest Control in the amount of $135 for termite inspection for the animal shelter. 27, approve professional services contract with Lumpkin and Associates to provide training services, leadership development for the 417 full leadership assessment batteries for key leaders at James T. Strickland Youth Center in the amount of $17,000 paid from detention subsidy funds. 28, approve professional services contract with Prior Learning for instructor-led training sessions on site for 30 personnel and 1-year membership in Prior Plus for up to 70 users in the amount of $13,425 for James T. Strickland Youth Center and paid from detention subsidy funds. 29, approve 36-month lease agreement with Sharp Electronics Corporation under the current state of Alabama contract in the amount for 2 Sharp copiers in the amount of $135.58 each per month, one for West Mobile County Park and one for Escatawba Hollow Park and Campground. 30, approve 36-month lease agreement with Sharp Electronics Corporation under the current state of Alabama contract for 1 Sharp copier in the amount of $101 per month for Chickasaw Park. 31, approve application of MAA Ambika 2022 retail beer and table wine license for 3 Notch Chevron located on 3 Notch Kroner Road, pending license commissioner office review.
Well, let me interrupt you real quick, and I just want to bring this up because I've been waiting all week for the license for the Mobile International Speedway. It's been, excuse me, it's been held up at the ABC office with some paperwork issues. I know we don't typically like to add these on, but I want to say this so that the public is aware. There's already a license, on-premise license issued for the Mobile International Speedway, and there's been a management change, and they've been unable to work with the license holder to transfer that license. So they've had to apply for a new license, and the health department has been out, and so has the ABC board has been out. And I was trying to get it on the agenda for approval on Monday, and we weren't able to get that paperwork from the ABC board. It should be picked up today or tomorrow. I'm just kind of putting out a kind of a public notice because I'd like to do it as an add-on if there's no objection on Monday's agenda, if we get that paperwork today or tomorrow. Again, it's not issuing a new license. It's really, it is issuing a new license, but I want to be clear that there's already a license at that location that just has some issues with the transferal, but I just wanted to make you aware of that.
No objection.
Thank you. Thank you, Eddie.
32, approve application of MAA Ambika 2022 for lounge retail liquor Class 2 license for Three Notch Package Store located on Three Notch Corner Road, pending License Commissioner's Office review. 33, we will have a change to the project number. It will be CDP-320-24 instead of 14. It will be 24. 33, authorize request of Grand Bay Fire District to purchase 2 vehicles in the total amount of $25,400 paid from Commission District 3 Commission funds in the amount of $12,700 and Grand Bay Fire District in the amount of $12,700 for vehicles as follows. And item number 4 we already took out of order. And that's all.
All right, thank you, Eddie. And we're going to move on to the engineering agenda. Ms. Sanderson. Good morning, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Great.
Okay, number 1, award bid to John G. Walton Construction Company for Satsuma Streets resurfacing for their low bid in the amount of $212,877.11. Number 2, approve assigning a contract for professional design and construction engineering services for Georgia Avenue West Grade Drain Basin Pay to McCory and Williams.
Where's Georgia Avenue? Do you know where Georgia Avenue is? I'll look on the
Let me
map.
look and I'll
I'll
let you
look when
know.
I get to the office. Sorry, I just was curious.
Sorry. Number 3,
Never gonna be on me.
approve supplemental agreement number 2 with John G. Walton Construction Company Incorporated for our Creola Access Loop Road East resurfacing, restoration, and rehabilitation project for modifications to some newly constructed concrete driveways for an additional 15 working and also an additional 15 working days. Number 4, authorize advertising and receiving bids for our Bush Lane and Carroll Plantation Road project, resurfacing, restoration, rehabilitation.
I'm very happy to see that. That's a 2018 pay-as-you-go project, and if you recall last year, I think we were trying to put both of those roads were combined in the 2018 pay-as-you-go, and with the cost of construction and the condition of particularly Bush Lane, I think we just had some issues getting a price. So I'm hoping that this time around we'll be able to get a price and get those 2 projects underway.
I hope so too. We were encouraged yesterday. We had a bid opening for Howells Ferry Road Roundabout at Fire Tower, also a 2018 project, and it was not under budget, but it was under estimate.
Okay, good.
So that's at least an improvement
That's a
over how
rarity.
things have been. Yes. Okay, number 5, approve preliminary and final plat of Laurel Oak Phase 1 and preliminary and final plat of Candy and Joe Povolonis subdivision of Highway 188, McGee Road and 2 Mile Road. Number 6, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and easements from the following property owners for the following project. Number 7, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Tract 36 on Ziegler Boulevard in the amount of $9,805 for Ziegler Boulevard additional lanes. Number 8, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below for roads, segments of roads, and subdivisions. And number 9, assenting to the acting county engineer's approval of an extension of the approval for the following preliminary plat for 1 year from the previous date of approval, and that is the Pines at Colleton Place. And I have also been asked to please mention that this is also National Work Zone Awareness Week, and it is an annual spring campaign held at the start of construction season to encourage safe driving through highway work zones. And, that's near and dear to our heart, and just be aware. And that is this week, April 15th through 19th. So thank you.
Thank you. Did you have any announcements? No. Okay. I just want to make one quick announcement. We had the pre-construction and notice to proceed on the Mobile County Golf Course last Wednesday. The contractor was eager to get to work when we handed him the notice to proceed. He had trucks sitting there with equipment ready to back them off. So we're under construction on phase 2. Of course, if you recall, phase 1 started last year, Radcliffe Construction, and now phase 2 has started, and that's Mid-America Golf out of Kansas City, Missouri, who will be building the golf course. So it's under construction, and according to the contractor, the drive-in range and practice facility, and according to Radcliffe as well, the tennis courts and the pickleball courts will be ready to open hopefully by September or October. And I know we always are saying this, but I want to thank Tina and her team for all of her hard work in our parks. So, I know that a lot of people, I see a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I think that what Tina and her people are doing in her office and all of our parks in Mobile County are really going to be life-changing, not just for us. I think after we're all gone from here, the things that we're doing in our parks and recreations throughout the county with Escatawba Hollow and Chickasaw Park and Bayfront and other parks are really just going to be change our community for decades to come. So thank you also for your hard work and your parks, particularly Escatawba Hollow. I get a lot of good reviews on it, but thank you, Tina, for all of your hard work and what you guys do.
I did have one question that brought to mind. With all the work going on at the golf course, what role is the golf professional playing with all of that? How is that?
So he's been, we had after we bought the property, of course, it had been unmaintained for many years, and so there were, I guess they didn't take it to the previous owner, the residents, but once the county owned it, of course, everybody wants everything fixed immediately. So he's been pivotal working with Tina and her crews to make sure that the grass has been maintained and cut. That was kind of a deal with the previous owner to keep the grass maintained and cut. But since we started construction in October, Shane has been very vital in making sure kind of the go-between between the county and the contractor for any issues that arose out at that site. And also, it was important to me to make sure that our golf professional was hired prior to construction of the golf course, since he will be mainly responsible for maintaining the golf course along with the superintendent that we'll be hiring in the future. Because there's a lot that goes into the building of the golf course as far as the irrigation system and things like that, that it's very vital that the golf pro and the golf superintendent be aware of where those things are. So
it's primarily consulting at this point? I mean, is he spending a certain amount of time? I mean, he's a county employee, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
every day, I mean, he's on the job site every day. We have a construction trailer and I guess an office for him, but yes, I mean, it's an everyday job, and Tina or Matthew could tell you more of what Shane day-to-day activities are, but Tina?
Good morning. So Shane is assigned, his duty station is the golf course, and he is integral to managing these two multi-million-dollar contracts on site. So there's the infrastructure phase that he's monitoring and providing input towards, as well as the golf course phase. So he is the county's representative on site 5 days a week for the project.
Okay.
And weekend, I think he's had some construction work going out on the weekends too, going on with Radcliffe since where they've had issues where Shane's had to go out on the weekend, so.
So I'll also add that we've been meeting, and he is working with us and helping us put together the package that we will use to guide the framework, to guide where we're going with operations, because we have to be ready to open a golf course and run it, and all the things that come with that in a really relatively short time. So we've been meeting with him on how to charge for things. So what kind of golf balls will we buy? What kind of golf equipment will we have, and how will that be operated? So it's really construction management and putting together the program right now to be ready to hit the ground running.
I guess what I found out too through all this process is that although you have a golf designer and you have an engineering firm, a lot of what happens in the construction of a golf course is fluid. Things move around. So you may have a tee box that's on the plans to be at one location, and once you start construction and see that it may be. And so Shane's been, I think, very vital in working with both the contractors out there. I think we had some issues and had to move one of the buildings, and I think, around, if you recall, we had moved some money out of the original contract that we awarded to the second phase, if you recall that, and that had a lot to do with some issues that Shane saw would be in the future with the golf course. So I think it was important that we went ahead and hired a golf professional on the golf course through the construction, particularly someone that's from our community and someone that I think is going to probably be the golf professional until he dies or retires. So thank you, Tina. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Well, we are stand adjourned until April 22nd, 2024 for the regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission. Thanks everyone for being here.